All right, students, 4.3, writing equations for parallel and perpendicular lines. Remember that parallel lines are two lines that never intersect, and they have the same slope. They run along the side of one another. And parallel, we also use double lines. Example 1 is asking us to identify parallel lines, so we have to determine which lines are parallel. I'm going to zoom in on the diagram so you can see. A is the yellow line, B is the pink line, C is the orange line. And basically what you're going to have to do is find the slope. You want to find the slope of each line. So there's a couple things you can do. You can actually use rise over run, or you could use y2 minus y1 equal over x2 minus x1. I am actually going to use this rise over run. So if we're looking at line A, again, I'm going to zoom in on this. I know that it's going to go down 1 unit. So I'm actually going to write that over here. So we are going down 1 unit. Because we went down, it's a negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So down 1 unit and 5. And there's your slope. So if they give you a diagram, you can use rise over run. Let's take a look at line B. We're going to go down 1. So negative 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So down 1 over 4 units. Okay, and the orange one, we're going to go down 1 unit and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So line C is down 1 unit over 5. And as you can see, line A and line C are parallel. They have the exact same slope. And that's your answer. Okay, example 2 is going to ask you to write an equation of a parallel line. Remember, parallel means that they have the same slope. This is write an equation of the line that passes through 5 and negative 4 and is parallel to y equals 2x plus 3. So by definition, parallel lines have the same slope. So if you look at this equation, your slope is 2. And you're going to use that point, which is 5, negative 4. This is your x. This is your y. And we know our slope is equal to 2. So what we want to do is we basically want to find b. We already have our m. We need to figure out what b is. Okay, and to do that, we're going to plug it into y equals mx plus b. Okay. And once you do that, you're now going to substitute. We know y is -4, m is 2, x is 5. We don't know what b is. So we're trying to find out what b is. So we have a -4 equals 2 times 5 is 10 plus b. Subtract 10. -14 is equal to b. So we have our m and our b. That is enough information to put in y equals mx plus b. We have our m, which is 2. Our b is -14. And we know these are parallel lines because they have the same slope. Okay? All right, we're going to do something very similar to slope, looking at the slope, but it's going to be perpendicular lines. Okay, sorry, students, I broke my little stand for my camera or my phone, so I'm having to hold my video. Okay, do me a favor, students, stop the video, write out this outline, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Perpendicular lines. The symbol for perpendicular is the upside down T. They intersect to form right angles. If you're looking at their slope, we call that the opposite reciprocal slope. So if you have two opposite reciprocal, opposite means it's now a negative. Reciprocal means switch the numerator and denominator. So it's 1/2. Okay. Determine which lines, if any, are parallel or perpendicular. So parallel, remember, have the same slope. And perpendicular is opposite reciprocal. So you have line A, line B, and line C. And it looks like line A slope is 4. Line B, we don't know what it is. We actually have to put in slope-intercept form, so subtract x. And then divide by 4. So here, m equals -1/4. So if you look, these look like they can be opposite reciprocal, right? Opposite is a negative. Reciprocal is 1/4. Same thing what we did here. So these right now we know are perpendicular because they have opposite reciprocal slopes. Let's take a look at C. Add 2x. Negative 8y is equal to 2x plus 16. Divide by negative 8. Y is equal to, simplify, negative 1/4 x minus 2. So now we have a slope of negative 1/4. Whoops. So a couple of things are happening here if we're looking at all three. These two lines are parallel because they have the same slope. And these two lines are perpendicular to line A. So a couple of things you can write down is line B and C are perpendicular, upside down T. Whoops, sorry. Line B and C are perpendicular to line A. And then you can say line B and C are parallel. That would be your answer. Okay. Example 4 says write an equation of the line that passes through negative 3 and 1 and is perpendicular line y equals 1/2 x plus 3. So 1/2 x plus 3, we know our slope is 1/2. So the first thing that I'm going to do, if this is 1/2, the opposite reciprocal, the reciprocal is 2, opposite is negative. So I'm going to use this as my m. So m equals, and I'm going to write that over here. This is my x and y. So we're going to do the exact same thing we did from this point on. Remember, the first step is to find out the opposite reciprocal. We did that. The next step is to plug it into y equals mx plus b and solve for your b. Your b is the only one that's not going to have a substitution. So y is 1, m is negative 2, x is negative 3, plus b. B is what we're looking for. So 1 equals, multiply, we end up with 6, plus b. I hope you don't look at that and think 6. This is a b. B as in boy. Subtract 6. Negative 5 is equal to b. All right, so we have our m. We have our m and our b. Okay, now we can put together our equation. Y equals negative 2x. Whoops. Why did I do that? Negative 2x minus 5. Okay, so I was going to do a pear deck today. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow, which is going to be Thursday. So your homework assignment for today, or your classwork assignment for today, is to watch the video, and then you need to immediately upload your notes to 4.3 in Google Classroom. And if once you do that, I'm going to give you credit and I'm going to mark you here, but it needs to be done during period 3 from 12:22 to about 1:50. So you have time to watch the video. This should only take you about 20-25 minutes, but you need to turn it in by the end of the period. Hopefully earlier than that, right? And then I'm going to take roll. Okay? And if I think of anything else, I'll add it to Google Classroom and I'll let you know. All right. Good luck.